When we talk about the single window for trade, we are looking at extending that automated system to incorporate all government agencies which are involved in the trade supply chain. Every single one of them. For example, you have partner government agencies like the plant quarantine, agriculture, inland revenue, right here. Any agency which are part of that supply chain which engage the public, whether it is the receipt of an application for processing, the processing of any license certificate, or any other documents that's involved in international trade, these agencies would be co-opted on the single window for trade. Basically, the single window for trade, as the name suggests, is a single platform that allows all those agencies to receive a single submission of a document, meaning that if you submit to the government of St. Vincent and Grenadines one certificate, right, or one declaration, you don't have to submit that same document to another agency over and over again. It also means that instead of physically going or transiting from agency to agency to get whatever license certificate or declaration process, now the trading public has one single platform to engage where all the agencies are connected and will do the application, process the application, approve, reject, whatever process, or clear whatever process that they have to do, which is now being done manually or semi-automated. They will be able to do it fully automated on that single platform. The project is, our approach is one which is agile and phased approach, meaning that whatever iterations that are involved is going to be a very comprehensive, collaborative approach. In other words, this is why we have the private sector here this afternoon. This morning we had the public sector agencies, some of the public sector agencies who are going to be phase one of those participating agencies. So the collaborative approach is one where even to build the prototype of the single window, we are going to engage the stakeholders to explain to them what we are trying to achieve for St. Vincent and the Grenadines and to get the necessary input before the prototype is established. Now the prototype, of course, is, as the name suggests, is a module for testing before we go live with the single window. We didn't come to St. Vincent and Grenadines with a system already built, because there is no one-size-fits-all single window in the world. What we do, we have some technological structure already in place, and thereafter we come into the jurisdiction and look at your legislative regulations, your operational procedures, and we build a system that will be tailored for your jurisdiction, for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Currently, we have single windows in the Caribbean in place in Jamaica. That was our first project, and that was a success story. In fact, not just for this region, but I dare say for the world, because of what happened, what is happening right now in terms of trade facilitation for the Jamaican economy. You saw an immediate boost, a better climate for doing business because the time for clearance was significantly reduced. The revenues increased. The revenue itself was, protection was enhanced, and it's just a much better business climate because of the use of the automated environment. We have also Barbados is the latest single window to be implemented. We started about a year and a few months ago. We have a pilot that went live in November last year, and here we have the third single window for the Caribbean in S.V.G. We're hoping to conclude that just over 2 years, a 2-year period. Of course, barring any delays, which we hope will not have, but once we go according to plan and we get persons involved. So basically that's what we're trying to do. Get persons, the stakeholders sensitized as to the approach, get from them the views and whatnot, and to incorporate it as we go along in the project implementation. All right, we have a team that came in, ICT, a couple of our IT experts came 2 weeks ago. Well, they just left last week, but the presence here was to get a ICT gap, do a ICT gap assessment, whereby they go to different agencies, look at the IT infrastructure, the equipment that is available now, and then make a report in terms of your readiness to do certain things. So in terms of how many mobile devices that will be required in customs or in agriculture or in health, they did that, and now we have a better understanding of what my responsibility as the lead advisor on this project would have been for this mission, to basically come do an assessment, but at a more strategic level, talking to stakeholders like yourself, get feedback from you, understand your HR resources, your HR needs, and also to talk to some high-level officials, all in an effort to get a detailed work plan in place to guide the implementation of the project.